Now, if you are enjoying the series of videos, please subscribe below. There's a little button to the right or a little bell. And if you can subscribe to that, you'll always be notified when a new video is coming up. If you're also enjoying all of this, please feel free to have a look in the links below to the Teach Pilates with Confidence Academy. In there, you will find loads of videos that problem solve all kinds of things. So feel free to join us for any of those. Right, so on to day 3, we're looking at the hamstrings now because they are the opposite of our quad. So I'm going to get Fleur to just lie down on her back again. Now we all know that most of the time what we're probably going to be doing is doing a bridge to get the hamstrings active. But what will quite often happen is that because the quads are so tight, we don't get to feel the hamstrings very well when we're doing that. And we often don't think about the fact that when we come into that hip flexion position, that we can do something to support the quad contraction or the hip flexor contraction by activating the back of the leg. So I'm going to get Fleur just to bend her knees. And you're just going to think of doing a single hip flexion. So she is just going to bring her knee towards the ceiling and then come back down. Okay. Now, quite often what we will do in this position is we will teach tabletop. And so when people come up here, they often kick the lower leg out and they make like a 90 degree, and then they point the foot. All of that tightens the quad up tremendously and makes it incredibly uncomfortable for the leg to be in this position. Yeah. So what I'm going to get you to do, just bring your leg down for me, is I'm going to ask you to take a soft stability ball, a rolled up hand towel, even just a sweater or anything that you can pop in behind the back of that leg. The other thing I would encourage you to do is stay away from the pointed foot, because that's going to activate your quad more. So I want Fleur to start by flexing her ankle and then lifting her leg. As she's lifting, she's squeezing. Now, can you feel a difference on there?
Yeah,
you can't feel your quad. It's not as tight anymore, and you're more aware of the back of the leg. Yeah, good. And then coming back down. So I would start doing things like leg circles, or even our single or double leg stretch exercises or abdominal prep exercises with the legs up, using that squeeze of the ball behind the knee. Then we want to get rid of the props eventually. So Fleur's going to flex her ankle, and then she's going to pull her heel to her bottom to bring the leg up to help activate in there. If she still doesn't quite get it, I'll ask her to leave her leg up, put her hand behind the back of her thigh, and she's going to push her thigh forward into her hand, and she's going to pull her hand towards her body, and then relax. And as she does that, hopefully she can feel the back of the leg kicking in. And then I'm going to ask her to pull the heel to the bottom and just hold that activity there, and then let go and see if she can maintain the support. Yeah, and then bring the leg down. So, if you're doing double hip flexion, you could have sort of 2 balls that you're working on, or you can put both hands behind the back of the leg and see if you can get the hamstrings to activate in that position. So just because the hamstring is actually coming into a lengthened position doesn't mean it can't still provide support from the back of the leg. And then it'll be a lot easier to do the bridging exercise, because there won't be such a pull on here that'll stop you from fully getting into that hamstring connection at the back.